So I just built this entire website using Claude Code. There's no templates used, no site builders, and every single section that you're looking at here came from a conversation. Now, start to finish, it only took me about 40 minutes to build this, and honestly, the process is so much easier than what people make it out to be. So I run an AI agency, and building websites like this is actually what clients pay us for. So this isn't just me talking about some theory, I'm actually going to show you what it takes to build a live website from scratch. Now, just a quick one, most AI generated websites look the same, just like this one. They have the same layout, the same purple gradients, the same fonts, and you've seen them all. Now, the thing is, this isn't Claude Code's fault. It's genuinely just the way people are prompting it and letting it build everything out completely blindly all on its own. Now, the process that I'm going to show you fixes all of that and turns it into a real website that you can sell for 4 to 5 figures. Now, this is the site we're building today, and I just want to be completely upfront. This is a demo site. It isn't for a real client, but the process is identical, and this is actually what I would do for a real client. So the first thing we need to do is download Claude Code. I've already got it downloaded, but to do that, all you need to do is head over to claude.com/download and download it for your operating system. I've already got it downloaded, so I won't be doing it again. Then all you need to do is open up the app, go over to Claude Code, open a new folder, and that's your project all set up. Okay, so this is the part that actually separates your websites from looking like generic AI websites. When you go into Claude Code and tell it to build you a premium looking website and tell it to build you something completely blindly, it is going to give you something like this. So what I like to do instead is go into Figma and do something like this. So all we need to do is spend a few minutes finding 3 to 4 reference sites. I've got 3 here. And we're not telling Claude Code to copy them from start to finish. We just want to give it an idea of what we're looking for and how other people have set up similar websites. We want it to look at all the typography, the sort of the spacing that they have and how they've laid everything out. Then once we have that, all we need to do is spend a few minutes using something like Higgsfield, generate a few images. I've got them here and laid them all out. Then again, from the references, all we need to do is make our own components. I've made this pricing section here along with this calendar. Now, once you have all your images and your components ready, what you need to do is go over here. It literally just takes a few minutes and you can design everything out just like this, lay out all the sections, and then from there, all you need to do is put it together to look like this. Now, you've got your full website ready for Claude Code. Now, doing all of this inside of Figma doesn't take that long. I'm not going to show you the full process, but if you do want to know how I do it, I'm going to leave a link to my free school community in the description, and I show you the full process of how I do it. Now, once you've got all of this, we just need to give the prompt to Claude Code, and this is the boring part. It just has sort of what the business is, who the website's for, what it needs to do, and to use all these references along with the sort of layout that we've given it here. And along with that, we also give it access to some tools and skills that I've developed myself specifically for web design. We tell it which tools to use and where to use them. Now, it doesn't need to be some 1,000-word prompt like other people do. It's a simple prompt, and the reason that it's so effective is because we give it access to this. Okay, now in Claude Code, we've given it access to the Figma here, and we've given it the full prompt. Again, if you want this prompt, you need to wait till the end of the video. All we're going to do is make sure we're selected Opus 5 on the max setting, and we're just going to send this off. We're going to let Claude Code do all the planning, build out the site, and we're going to come back and see what it gives us. Okay, so Claude Code's finished building and it's given us the first version. And I want to show you this because honestly, it is pretty good. And we can see that it's literally followed everything to the exact reference that we've given it. And most people, they just cut to the final polished version because they're trying to sell you something. But I'm actually going to show you that right now it is pretty static. There's nothing much to it. You can see that it's put in the video that we gave it as well. And I'm not surprised that it's followed the references that we've given it because we laid it out in such a way and the prompt is designed in such a way to let Claude Code actually build it out perfectly. But there are some finishing touches that need to be done. What I like to do is give it some of my own animations and the skill that I've developed specifically for web design, just to give it those small final touches. Now, this skill is what actually takes a website from looking like this, well it is good, to the next level. Now, to actually do all the touch-ups that we need to do to the website, like adding in all the animations and the finalizing sort of things, I'm not actually going to show you how I do it. But if you want to know how I do it, wait till the end of the video and I'll show you how you can do the same thing. So all I do is I go into Claude Code and add in the skill that I've made, and then we let that skill do all the work and we see what it gives us back. Now, another thing to remember is you don't need to do 20 refinements or 20 passes before you actually go and show it to your client. I only do about 2 to 3 because not everyone has the same taste and you might like something that your client completely hates. So all I do is do 2 to 3 refinements and then show it to the client. I demo it to them make sure they like everything, and then we do the sort of the small final touches. Now, if we were to go back into the site, this is what the skill's given us. You can see already the animation there, the text floating in, all these images floating in, and this is just that sort of small feel that you can add to these websites to make them so much better. Now, this is something that, you know, people would actually be impressed with, and that little user experience that people are having, that when they go onto the website, it's night and day difference from what it was before, when it's completely static. Now, to actually get this onto the internet, to be able to demo it to people, I have my Claude code connected to GitHub and Vercel, so I just need to tell it to deploy it to the internet. But for those of you that don't have that, what you need to do is go to GitHub, create a new repo, and you paste it in here. Then you tell it to push all the code to this. Now, once that's done, all you need to do is head over to Vercel, use their free plan, and connect it to your GitHub. Then you just deploy it straight onto the internet. Now, we've built this site out, and you know, it looks great. You can go through it, you can see that everything is really thought out. But the most important part is this is still a demo site. Like I said at the start of the video, this isn't ready to hand off to a client. There's still so much more that goes into actually making a website production ready. For example, we need to make sure that, you know, this booking system is actually all working. If we were to go here and do confirm booking, it's booked it, but it didn't ask for any details. The client wouldn't be able to see anything on their end. So just small things like this, we need to make sure that the shop is actually working. People can check out and, you know, actually buy these things. The building part and making a website look like this is genuinely the easiest part. It's the planning and the designing part that are the hardest, and that is where most people fail, and they end up making websites that look like complete AI slop. So now, to finish with the video, there's two things depending on who you are. If you want to build sites like this and you want to use the exact tools that I use, along with the prompts and how to use Figma to design your websites, I'm going to leave the link to my free school community down in the description, where you can get access to all of that, including skills that I've developed myself to be able to sell websites like this. And if you're a business owner and you're thinking this is too much for me, I just want the website, I'm leaving a link down below in the description to be able to book a call with me and my team, and we'll see how we can help you. Now, either way, if this was helpful, make sure to subscribe, and I'll be posting more videos like this.